According to stats from 2022, I kid you not. Let me find it. I'll tell you.
That sounds
like
about right.
Again, this is the thing that's in. Like I said, when people are speaking facts over feelings, it's the image that you already have in your head about Black women. But then when you get to the root of it and give the stats that is counter to what you think it is, you don't believe the stats. I'm sitting here reading the stats right now. Fertility rate of Black women in the United States has declined. Black women are having fewer children than other racial and ethnic groups. In 2022, the fertility rate for Black women was 1,639 births per 1,000 women. This is lower than for Hispanic and white women. Black women have experienced a substantial decline in fertility rates over the past decade. In 1990, for Black women fertility rate was 2.5, but by 2001, it had dropped to 2.2. And it goes on. So I'm not making this stuff up.
Women have a higher deletion rate also.
It is easier. It is easier for
what about those numbers?
Okay.
So listen to this. Mistaken. We're not getting married. So all of these things can be true. Okay. At the end of the day, let's not even have the argument. If you're not trying to marry her, what the hell? Who cares? Why are you controlling her body? You're not trying to marry her. What, to just say you got control over? Try to marry somebody. Anybody, pick a race. Marry somebody. If you serious about marriage, just marry somebody. Leave the people that you don't want, leave them out of it.
Is what I said incorrect? Is what I said incorrect?
I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Do Black women have a higher deletion rate than other races?
Yes,
I'm not sure.
When I had looked up the stats before, it did say that.
So
it did. But my thing is, so this is the other thing. Now, I am totally against using abortion as a form of birth control. That's just my personal opinion.
Me too.
But at the same time, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. When you have the baby, then they say, oh, look at you having all of these kids out of wedlock. But then when you make the choice to say, I don't want to have a baby because I'm not married, and they, get pregnant and make the decision to delete the child, then it's, oh, look at this woman having a boy. Like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question, Caesar. What can you do to be a better person? You've been talking about women ever since you got up here, but you are a man. So let's talk about you. We spend enough time on us. What do you think you can do, or what do you think that men can do to be better?
I will answer your question. The reason why we go so much toward the women is because the women have the issue. They have the bigger problem. The men have said, we're not marrying the women because they're not giving us what I want. So we can go and continue to keep going to the man. But if it's not giving women more marriages, it's not going to matter. You're going to have to fix where the problem is.
Give me 2 seconds. Sure. So in the same sentence, you said women are going after the same men, right? So even if women cooperated, they only still want the same men. So what I want to know is, what do you think that problem is? Why do you think that what are the issues that we can talk about to help you, because you joined the show, and then it has nothing to do with women?
You said, what do men need to do?
Sure. Just so it can be a balanced conversation.
Okay. I think that Black men have been staying out of jail. I think Black men have been working on themselves. I think Black men have been moving into the middle class, into the upper middle class. I think Black men have been getting in shape. I think they're, besides Asian men, I think they're the second leanest out of the races. I have to find that stat, but I know I've seen that before. So Black men are trying. They're moving forward. That's why I asked you earlier about what is it that Black women feel that they can do as a collective that they need to change. And the answer was there was nothing. You guys cannot answer it because there was nothing. Black women don't feel like they need to lose weight. Black women don't feel like they need to be respectful to men. Black women don't feel like they need to change anything.
But
so let me real fast. I mean, he just
look, no, wait. Everything that he just said was in relation to them working on themselves, not in relation to marriage or anything in terms of partnership. Okay, so as a woman, I can give us that. Like, education is something that we outdo Black men across the board. So that
no, you're the most enrolled. There are more Black men that have STEM degrees than Black women. You're just the most enrolled.
Education, that's one area. I'm talking about across the board.
That's the one with the money. We still make more money than Black women.
Black women have more doctorate degrees than Black men. Like, across the board, let's just call it what it is. In that area, since you're speaking just about self-development, Black women are.
I've only been speaking facts here.
Tara, mistaken. I don't want this to be this is not what this is. Let's stop.
I want to add to that.
So okay, well, what do you want to add?
Caesar's Palace, Black women are out degreeing Black men at like all degree levels.
So this is
not in STEM. Not in STEM.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. No, they're not. And they're the most enrolled.
That's what I mean by out degree.
And highest completers, most enrolled and higher completers.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you get a basket weaving degree. They're not getting degrees that make the money.
Weaving degree. Who gets the basket weaving degree?
He's using that as a talking point.
If you want to talk about education, Black women have left Black men behind. That's why
all races of women.
The gap is way bigger with Black men and women than it is across the board.
Right.
They go to school more than their man. White women do the same. Asian women do the same. All of them.
So that's a good point. That's why we have a lonely men. That's why we have a lonely men crisis, because Black men in general are very are lesser educated than the women, specifically Black men. Black men. They are the least. They're the least educated. They drop out the most.
The only other group lower than Black men are Native Americans. That's the only other lowest group.
So listen, y'all. I just wanted to ask him what they need to. So I just want to focus on that. I don't want it to be a battle. Because here we go. We have an agenda war, and that's not what we're trying to do. Okay. So my question, one of the things that you stated was lean. Lean does not necessarily mean healthy. Lean people die of heart attacks. Lean people die of diseases all the time. It's a matter of fact. It states that Black men are one of the least healthiest of all races. Life expectancy, if you want to read it yourself. Yeah. So that's not true, what you just stated. And again, you may be in the gym, but if your internal is not matching your external, it doesn't matter. Thin people die every day. Premature deaths every day. It's about what you put in. You're
making a different argument. You're talking about health. Well, I was talking about the body type now, but you're talking about health. So that's a different argument.
About superficial, not what really matters. Life expectancy doesn't matter.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that was a different argument.